Hello, New School Beyblade here, and today I'll be doing a little video of the main releases for Dragoon and Tysons main bays that he used. But yeah, there's a reason, because it's all because of the last Dragoon bay, the main series, the plastic gen, before the Burst remakes. The Burst remakes aren't going to be in this, but I'll be talking about the originals. So let's start with the manga. Specifically, 3 of the main manga bays besides MF. But yeah, so Spin Dragoon is the first Beyblade for Dragoon. In the game, also manga, first Dragoon Bay, but Tyson does have a first bay that he uses in a generic Beyblade that's a bit different than this, but a lot wider pieces that I do have. I made it's a 3D print. Yeah. So in volume 1, you see grip. Let me actually get to the page. So for the first bays that he used, let me actually get a better thing. So literally in the first chapter, we get a generic Beyblade that he uses. You can tell it's actually not a grip. Spin. Spin, he uses him in a few battles. Let me actually get to it. Okay, sorry, let me actually find it. He actually uses it against Billy. Billy takes this bay, and then his random blitter Jin gives so yeah, let me adjust it. Okay, literally a little bit later, Jin right here literally gives launches Spin Dragoon or Ultimate Dragoon at Tyson, and Tyson uses this to get his generic Beyblade back. It shows with the weight disc and everything like that. It's actually really cool with a heavy attacker. And this is when he actually makes his long launcher just to get a better battle. And again, in the description, I will show you the battles that he used these 2 bays in. But yeah. So that's the little history of Ultimate Dragoon. I know he uses it mainly in the first half of it, till he gets his actually a grip attacker, my second ever Beyblade I ever got. This one was originally Jin's lair that he finds. Definitely a really good one. He doesn't get his S bay till after the final battle between that tournament. He actually uses it in that main tournament in the anime that he faces Ray. Instead of S, he uses S in that battle in the anime, but he actually uses Grip Attacker, then Grip Attacker gets destroyed. And in the manga, he uses this color, Yes, the color scheme for S, Dragoon S, is actually yellow and blue. So in the first line with this was coming out, these two are coming out. This is the one that we got. Even in the manga, let me actually get, let's get the cover. Okay, so here is volume 3 with C, the yellow of Dragoon S is in the volume 3. But yeah, that's in the anime. I meant to say the manga. So that's the original 3. Next is the anime, strictly anime for right now is the red, the classic red. God damn, it's dusty. Because I have this on my shelf, but yeah. This is the one that we're seeing in the anime till we get the next one. There's actually another one. There's a blue one, but not used by the Blue Dragoon. That isn't used by Tyson, but it's the two-shot manga that Nizuma later or he did a video on with the female character. Only 2 volumes. Sadly, I don't have very much collection. I do want to get it at some point, but it's very rare. At some point, I do want to get it in my collection. Now, Dragoon F is actually a really solid bay. This is what ends the first, basically the first season, the first 2 till V-Force. Again, a very solid left spin bay. This is the only left spin in plastic generation. Next, V-Force time. Dragoon V. A upgrade or evolves into this with a plastic tip from the more hard rubber to plastic again. But not one of my favorites, but V2 is an upgrade to it. Definitely a lot beefier with that Magnum core engine gear that he uses. Oh shit. God damn it. With the very competitive blade base. It's actually very good. And the first left spin, or one of the first left spin Magnum core system. Now starting with the G Revolution. Actually, G Revolution, the manga, he actually uses this. It evolves. There's also a red version in the movie. It turns red in the movie. Very soon later. Because that's before we find out. Because at this point, we thought Beyblade was going to end that second season until we get G Revolution, one of my favorite generations with the engine gear. You wind up and it goes this quick spurts. A lot bigger, chunkier, and heavy hitting. With that very competitive Blair right here. With that 10 blade design. I love the color in this. Again, when he faces Zero, he evolves, Dragoon V2 evolves into G, and then he uses G till like pretty much all the way to the later half. In the later half, Tyson, Kenny actually makes this engine gear and puts it on G. Then G gets destroyed, but the engine gear survives. The guy that actually created this bay is the father or blanking of the F dynasty. He gets destroyed by Ryu, butchering his name, but yeah. And this one actually, even though it is shown basically most of the rest of the G Revolution, besides the MS system. But in the manga, it's only in a few battles he actually uses it before the HMS system. So instead of the famous battle between Tyson and Kai, that amazing battle, is actually my favorite battle of Plastic Generation, is this battle against Kai. Okay, sorry, I had to actually grab it. But this battle in general was the best battle they actually have against Tyson and Kai. Just this sure willpower. At some point, they literally try to stop this battle because how beaten up Tyson and Kai got in this battle. Again, if you haven't seen this, if you're younger than me, that remember when this episode came out, just go watch it. The music, oh god, every time I listen, hear that, and watch this battle, I get chills watching this one battle. This is when Beyblade Plastic Gen peaked right here. This is the peaking point. And the HMS system was good. Even as an adult, I think it's really good. And dove into like the Metal Fight saga. The evolution from HMS to Metal Fight. Had to show my a Taurus or bull, a Taurus, my Zodiac. But yeah, this one battle just peaked in the anime, but in the manga, we actually don't get that battle to the HMS system. I'm blank on his name, but he actually Tyson faces him and gets actually pretty much the whole tournament squad from all the glitters launching at this HMS bay and gets absolutely destroyed. And that's when we get to MS. Tyson, I know mine lost stickers due to years of battles. But yeah, this is the first HMS system. Tyson and Kenny, Tyson and Daichi try to master this system, making sure because the parts that they were using kept on getting destroyed. But yeah, definitely a really cool design. Then during a battle, I'm blanking on which battle, it actually evolves in battle. In like the earlier stages of the tournament. And actually, from here on, it evolves into the MSUV with instead of the semi-flat type of smaller rubber flat tip, it goes into the extreme flat tip. And this is the one that uses the rest of the system, rest of the battles till the final battle. The final battle, I knew thinking he actually uses this against Kai in the final battle against Kai. This is the one that he uses against that battle, but again, this was the peak compared to this. Instead of using these two, he actually uses this, and Kai uses MS. I do have the Dragoon and drones or MS, but I don't feel like bringing it out like this one because that's how iconic this battle is to me. This is my number one favorite battle of any Beyblade. And there are some solid ones for this one, for that continue. Yeah. Beyblade Evolution or God, Beyblade vs. God. The final battle against Volt and Shoot. That was a very iconic battle right there. But this was my top favorite. Until the final battle, this is the one that he actually uses against Kai and everything. Yeah, actually, in the manga, Kai, the final battle, gets destroyed. Then they ended. I didn't know this for a while until very recently on Reddit. I posted about the be doing the final arc in the story. Actually, in the final arc, this Beyblade, this is when the Bega battle, anime exclusive battles. That's when these two show off and Evolution evolves in battle with MS against Brooklyn. But in the manga, this evolves. I forgot when it evolves. Actually, let me check. Yeah, so it evolved in this battle right here. Yep, yeah, definitely stay tuned for this one. But yeah, that's when that evolved into. But yeah, that's when this one is. Now it's getting into in the final battle, technically the final battle of the series. Tyson actually uses this in his final battle. The tag battle between them. But yeah, definitely a very surprisingly really good Bay. MF. And the fun thing is, in the New Generations anime, Tyson and Kai doesn't rent another battle, but ends up using MSUV in that battle. But I surprisingly didn't use this one. But yeah, definitely a really solid battle right here. This day, when I did the Evolution or the Bega tournament, that he actually used battled, and that's 5 battles right there. The full 5 battles besides the updated version battle with Tyson using MF and Dragoon MF and Kai uses MF too. John's are MF. So if this is what the battle should have been if Tyson actually used this in the final battle in the manga. But instead they used MSUV and MS for their base, and their sons end up using these guys. Or it's a bit different, different shaping. That I'm going to try to get the shape, but yeah. But this is the bay that this is the final bay that he uses. And actually, even though this one is a bit of a letdown, MF for Johnser, because this it gets knocked off really easy, and the parts are decent, but this large piece, this blade, it's never been really good for him. But for this one, this is a fucking beast. It's a beast. 5 battles, 3 battles apiece, kept on really knocking everything out. This guy goes ham in these battles. Even in the final battle against Brooklyn, and that was a beast of a battle. That was a really peaked. This actually peaked this bay, and how good it is. In the final moments, thinking about it's gonna lose, and it actually literally beat up some of these. It'll be surprisingly did really good. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, first one he actually does face is actually this guy, and you can tell what how much power this guy has just looking at the damage of this one. Even though these are 3D printed, this is actually 3D print too, but still how powerful these guys are. And then face actual Rick. This is the bag that he uses against Rick, or Rick uses. He could have used the Blitter DJ, the blue one, but I used the white because that's the one I have. Destruction again, and used it against Ray. He faces Ray. Absolutely demolished. This guy's this really heavy bay right here. Demolished. And even in this, the strongest bays right here, the two strongest destroyed in a very close battle. Again, in the series, the three strongest bays are right here. Let me show you. Okay, got it. So the three strongest. Okay, got this. Three strongest bays right here is, of course. That's how it in the anime. Even though they used in the another thing like that. In anime, he would have used these guys. So this is what the strongest guys in the speaking of anime. This is how it ended. The three strongest, and actually top four, even surprisingly more. You could say Ray is really strong, Max is really strong, but surprisingly, the four strongest Metal Fight, Plastic Gen, or top five, it would go right here. So, Tyson, Brooklyn, Ray, Hero, and Ray. Now, I know Ray is real strong, but even in the fandom, Jin is actually really powerful. Even it destroys Ray in his battle, first appearance, or go by his alias, Jin. But actually, Brooklyn, talking about how strong Jin is, I probably will do a video on that entirely. But yeah, hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, and goodbye.